Yeah,
Before
man.
before we leave on this, what was it like seeing your uncle Godfather have the success of practice what you preach when he came out with that album? I don't even
Oh,
know
it was
the
great.
album
I was so happy for him.
because that became more. I
I
mean,
was
I
happy
love
for him.
I bought the album. It was almost like telling who did he get to produce it because it felt more like accessible. So he almost changed for the time and made a more accessible record.
Well, a lot of that has to do with, he co-wrote that with Gerald Levert.
Oh,
Gerald is the one that gave him you know, hey, Barry, let's put a little bit of this to make it a little modern here. Or let's just
yeah,
change
yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit of
yeah,
things
yeah,
here.
yeah.
That was G, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
Gerald
love that. So
Levert.
yeah, practice. Did you get involved on that album?
Not on that particular album, I didn't, but in one after that, I did. Because at
Okay.
that time, who was I? I was so busy, man. I forgot who I was working with at that time. But no, that was a great record, though. That
Yeah,
was a great record. That worked for him.
yeah. No, it did. It reintroduced him to
It did.
a new generation
It did.
and opened doors. He got lots of airplay and
It
everything.
did. Yeah.
He sadly how hard was it his passing on you?
Man, I just recently uh, taped a show for Unsung
Oh,
recently, and it's going to be coming out pretty soon. I would say hopefully within the next month or so. But they asked me that, the guy Isaac had asked me that how hard, and then we had to stop for a minute because it took me back to when it really happened, and it was very hard for me to the point to where I didn't really let anybody know how much it really affected me. But I was out. I was taking. It took me out for almost like 2 years.
wow.
Yeah, I was really hurt, man. Like very, very hurt. Like it took me out. A lot of people didn't know it. I was low key mental breakdown, man. Because that was my guy. That was my guy.
But
So it was really hard on me.
what did you do? Because I mean, how did you get yourself? Because as black people, one of the things we don't do is talk, especially black
Yeah,
men.
I
Uh,
know.
how did you just think I'll just keep it to myself and just
I did. I just kept it to myself. When in reality, maybe I should have got some help to deal with it, but I didn't because I felt I was strong enough to deal with it, and I felt like I did. But now that I look back at it, I was like, maybe I should have talked to somebody, you know, because that was like very difficult for me. Still difficult, but I managed.
yeah.
But he was such a great, just a great figure for me, as a person. And the things, all the conversations that we've had outside of music, the knowledge that he had about the business, the knowledge that he has about astrology and life, and just you have no idea what he possessed, and the power that he had. And he instilled a lot of that within me. Um, and it just made me a different person, you know.
Wow.
The music was actually the small part of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But about life, about people, and about life existence, energy, uh, those things is what he really like got me over on, and really taught me, and about people, uh, how to read people, you know. And again, like I said, I'm not. Oh, what are the lights go out? Lights just went out. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
What the? Wait a minute. Why the lights go out?
I just
They just went out. Yeah, but it's like I said, I was saying, I nobody is perfect, and I get that. Nnamdi, nobody is perfect. You can't be the perfect individual. And he really, he by far he wasn't perfect either, but it's just the information and the knowledge that he instilled within me was just more than has kept me afloat in this business, still here today.
Yeah.
And I thank him for that and his energy for that. Because if he didn't, man, knowing the way I was back then, I probably would have flown to New York and just want to beat somebody up or, something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because I didn't get my way. So now I'm going to force my will to be so, hey, man, you didn't do what you said you was going to do, or you did, who knows, man?
Yeah.
I was, I was just a different person back then than I am now. Totally different person. Uh, for me, I think for me, it was all about the music back then, just music only. But now I look at it as it's all about the people and the music. So I pay attention now more to what people's energy and what their waves are when they're around me. I zone in on that more than anything. And that to me is more important, than the music, because the music is spiritual.
Yeah.
The music business is not.
Well, some would say it is, but not the good side.
Right. Yeah, that's my, it's so you have to balance, between those two. It's really crazy.
Yeah. But
It's really good.
for those of us who look at Barry outside, his deep voice, his big stature, he can seem very intimidating. But he gives you a nickel, is it chuckles, and he gives you a
It's funny.
and it seems like you saw a side that
Yeah.
99% of us didn't see.
No, I saw, like I said, I've seen different sides of him that people normally would not see. He was funny. He's a really funny guy. So funny. He used to have me crying. It was just, there was just times that I'll never forget, just being in the studio, just me and him only for hours.
Wow.
Just, his studio, he had this one giant window that was out, looking out into his pool, his grass, and the trees, and we would just sit there and listen to music and create, and it was just me and him. And those moments I will never ever forget. It was just, and then he would drop some knowledge on me, just bam, like, Chuck, we lived in, there's a certain way that we lived, that up is down and down is up, just certain stuff that you don't really understand until you get older. It's like, what are you talking about? Then it hits me, and it's like, oh, okay, now now I get it. I get it now. But yeah, he was I just miss certain things about him. He was just an amazing dude, man, just super super amazing.
Was he? He sounds almost like a father figure, that, because you talk
Absolutely.
about growing up with your mom and some uncles, but so
He was a father figure when it came to the music aspect of it.
okay.
He was definitely that for sure. He did instill, certain other things, outside of life. You know, of course, I never got any trouble with him. It's like, who did? He's 6'4", you say something or talk back, you get your teeth rattled. So that wasn't happening, Anything he told me to do, I was like, yes, sir, just get it done. But he didn't have to do that because he saw how focused I was, with the music, even as a child,
Yeah.
you know. And if I I remember a couple of times, it's so funny. It was like, I think we were in the studio. I was like maybe 11, 10 or 11. He was working on some music, and he said, all right, you guys leave now. As all of us kids were around, but everybody left, but I'm still standing there, because I'm trying to listen to what's going on. And he said, Chuck Luck, you can go. But he said it with a tone, like, I said, okay. I said, oh, he means business, like, because it was a certain tone. I said, let me go, get on out of here. So I turned around, but when I turned around, he was already up, and he put his hand on my shoulder. He said, when I tell you to go, you got to go, okay? But he gave me just a little, not, it didn't hurt, but he just let me know the power that he meant what he said, so when I tell you to do something, you do it. But I was so encapsulated and drawn to the music that I just, but he saw that, but he just let me know, like, hey, I mean business. I said, man, let me get on up out of here, Let me roll up out of here real quick.
Wow. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you love what you watched, there's over 100 artists that we've interviewed. So please check out the videos. Remember to like, share, how not unsubscribe. Or better still, become a member of Halftime Chat and get exclusive videos ahead of time. But thanks for watching. Take care.